Hey everybody, it's Luke with Figure Me Out, and today we've got the Marvel Legends 80 Years Iron Man. And taking a look at the packaging, there's a nice picture of Iron Man on the side. There's a read-up on the back. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause it right now. There's another picture of Iron Man on the side. Looks really good. And nothing on the bottom except for words and a barcode. Nothing on the top except for some more cardboard. One thing to note on the eyes there, the eyes are poking through. You can see his blue eyes in there. And this one, I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it. You can't see eyes through there, which I wish they'd have done. But let's go ahead and crack this thing open. We'll take them to the light box for a closer look. Here we are on the light box and talking about accessories. First off, bam, we've got two hands. It's the repulsor blast hands, and they look okay for the most part. Definitely a lot of detailing on those. I think these are new, so that's kind of cool. The one thing I don't like is there is no hinge on them. It's just a static pose. This one's a little bent out of the package, but it's just a static. It's you get what you get. You get the repulsor, and you can't change that. Not my favorite, but we got those. We also get the blast effects. So, and they actually stack here, so you can take this one off, and it's got a peg, and you can take this one off around the peg, and just have the blast, or you can take the blast and put it on, and put the bigger blast on. And we get two of these. I think they're the same thing, repeated. So that's pretty cool. The other thing we get is we get a couple of different heads. So we get a mast head here. It's the one with the more nose look. I'm not sure which artist did that, but it's the one where he's got the nose in his mask, which I'm not a huge fan of. I like the flat face for Iron Man. I think it looks a little bit better. But hey, his nose has got to go somewhere, right? And this one's got a profile. It's got the cheekbones too. So very C-3PO kind of vibe. So I'm getting from this. And if you look real close in there, you can actually see there's some little teeth looking things behind the mask there, which is kind of cool. We also get an unmasked Tony Stark head, and I really like this. I really like the unmasked look on my action figures, and this is very comic Tony Stark. Very comic Tony Stark to me. I like the little mustache. I like the eyes are painted really well. I like the chin dimple. That's really cool. I like the little Superman swoosh in the hair. A lot to like there. The little sideburns. It's a good head sculpt. So that's really cool. Talking about the figure himself a little closer up, and there's the head that came on it in the package. One thing to note on both these helmeted heads is they were actually molded as two separate pieces. So if you look at the bottom here, there's the gold, and then there's the red, and there's a little gap in between it where this was glued on to this. So customizing potential maybe where you could take this off and put something behind there. I think it'd been cool if they added eyes behind there. That'd have been really neat. I'm not going to, complain too much about it. Look at the figure, though. Painted really cool. Very classic Iron Man. Very red and gold. Looks pretty good there. Everything is just kind of awesome. Arc reactor. It's got the circular arc reactor. Got the little hip flare, whatever you want to call those. Looks really good. Some numbers on the back. Looking at the feet, they are pretty good. More continuation. The only paint that we really have is that gold paint. I think that it may even just be molded in that gold color, but I think that's painted on to give it more of a metallic-y sheen. And not really any paint on the chest. I think this is just the plastic, and it's just kind of that shinier plastic. But the little dots are painted, and they're painted well enough. The one thing that I did notice on mine, if you look at this arm, it's correct, because we've got the cutout there, and on the back, the elbow actually lines up perfectly. But on the other arm, the elbow does not line up. And on the front, it comes up much higher. That's because they put this arm on backwards, is what I've determined. Is this piece, this bottom forearm piece, is actually flipped. So I'm going to try and customize that. I'm going to try my hand at a little bit of customizing. We'll see how that goes. But this is how it was straight out of the box. It was messed up. So bad QC there, Hasbro. Shame. Shouldn't have gotten down the line like that. I mean, it's a minor mistake, and it's pretty easy to overlook, I suppose, that, the elbow does still function. We'll go over this in articulation, but the elbow still functions okay. It just looks like you can break his arm the wrong way, whereas this one, the elbow stops you there, how it's supposed to. So, but let's go ahead and take him out of the light box, and we'll talk about some articulation. Talking about articulation, and Iron Man can look up pretty good. He can look down pretty good. He can look side to side, no problem. There's a little bit of pivot in each head. At the arms, they come up this much. They do a full rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. This one, again, is backwards, so the double jointed elbow actually works a little bit better on this other side, and we get a little past 90, so not terrible there. At the wrist, they are swiveled and they're hinged to go down pretty far and up pretty far, except on the other hands there is no hinge, like I said earlier. Ab crunches forward 1 click, crunches back a couple clicks. Got a waist rotation there. Legs go out to the side that much. They come forward, pretty good amount. They go back, not really at all. The butt kind of gets in the way there. Iron butt. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee, comes in pretty much all the way. And there is a boot rotation, which is very nice. Ankles go down, ankles go up, ankles have crazy ankle rocker pivot. For a size comparison, here he is next to the Toy Biz First Appearance Iron Man and the Toy Biz War Machine. And look at this face right here. Ugh. Here he is next to a couple of Hulkbusters. We've got the Marvel Select and then the old Marvel Legends Rider series. And here he is next to a couple of other classic Iron Mans. We've got the Toy Biz Series 1 over there, and that one is, you know, definitely dated. Still a pretty solid figure for what it is, though. I mean, especially with the age of that. You can see it's kind of that mustard orange color and that McDonald's red and yellow. I don't know, it's just, it's not very good, but it has been sitting in storage for a while, so, you know, it is what it is. And then you've got the Mezco 1/12 Collective Iron Man over here. And man, it's a tough call between these two. Actually, no, it's not. The Mezco is much better. I do like the gold on this guy better, but the QC, the fact they flip the arm, I mean, this guy, you really can't beat this with the chest that lights up and everything. That is a phenomenal. I mean, you give me a light up chest of an Iron Man, I kind of melt in your hand. But yeah, the Mezco still takes the cake as my favorite classic Iron Man. But this new one's not too horribly far behind, especially since it's at a lower price point. That definitely gives it some extra points. Finally, for a comparison across a few different lines, we've got the Masher Spider-Man, the SH Figure Arts Tony Stark there, the McFarlane Fortnite Skull Trooper, and the Star Wars Black Series Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. So that's it. That's the Marvel Legends 80th Anniversary Iron Man. And overall, pretty solid figure. I do hate that QC thing with the elbow. I wish that that wasn't an issue with mine. Again, I'm going to try my hand at customizing here, so be looking for that video. I'm going to try and document. I don't know if I should or not, because I'm not much of a customizer. I'm showing my hand here, but not a very good customizer. But I'm going to try, because that's going to bother me if I don't. But what'd you guys think? Hit like, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications so you can always be alerted whenever I have a new video, because I know you love my videos so much. Check me out over on Instagram, Luke_figuremeout at Instagram.com. Check out some of my other videos, like and, you know, subscribe to my channel, but like those videos as well. And, you know, keep up the collecting. It's a fun hobby, and I'm glad that we're all in it together. And until we meet again, happy collecting.